gives you the name because I heard numbers that are so bad. And Hispanic Americans, great Hispanic Americans, like the medical. I'm leading the Democrats with Hispanic. That wasn't supposed to happen. You think that's shaking them up a little bit? That's not a number that was supposed to happen, but that's happening. Because they're great people, and they know I know it. They're entrepreneurial, they're hardworking. In many ways, I've faced them many times. They're brutal. They can be brutal. Unbelievable. But you know what? They're starting to affect you too. With the African American population in this country being decimated by the hundreds of thousands of people that just keep pouring through the open borders of stupid Kamala. You know what? They should announce those numbers right now because before the election, because you won't have one black person that votes for Kamala. You won't have one because when you see those numbers, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. That's just like they didn't want to announce these other numbers, but they had the whistleblower. Maybe there's going to be a whistleblower for what's happened to the job markets for hardworking, wonderful black people that have had jobs for years, for 20 years.
You should be chilling in a morgue anyway.
On them and everything else. And what the hell's going to happen to them? So you ought to take a good look at what they're doing because they're holding those numbers because they want to get the election over with. And I don't think it's going to matter. I think we're going to win anyway. But you ought to take a look at those numbers. It's terrible. It's honestly, it's a terrible thing. I stand before you today as the only candidate who can rescue our economy.
Your screams are silent.
And I mean from obliteration and restore it to strength, prosperity, and greatness. Again, I will do a real job for you. I'm going to work extra. Lots of places. Some of the most beautiful beaches I could have
Get
had
your
that
head out of
soul
the
for one of the
Start fighting.
I like oceanfront property. I could have been standing on the beach, my beautiful white skin getting nice. Being smacked in the face by a wave of this stalled soul. And I could have said to hell with everything. I could have had the greatest life in the world. Instead, I got missing a little piece of my ear.
You tried your best. Hey, Afterlifers, look at what Neon has for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Max Ammo.
That's nice. I like these people, Glenn. I tell you, I like these people. It's a great thing. No, I could have been anywhere. I could have had the greatest life. I could have had everything. The best hotels and everything. I could have had that. You know what? I want to be ready.
Good luck keeping up with my body count.
Where I would switch. A lot of people have said, if you had to look at, you know, I didn't understand that. Always it was Andrew Jackson, president. He was a great general and a very good president. And he was considered to have been the worst abused of our presidents. And second was and he was abused too, but you know, in all fairness, he was in a civil war, so I guess it things like that. But I think now it's gone to the top of the list that I'm so honored because we're exposing some very big things. But a lot of people ask, yeah, how did you do it again? You know, they said, what do you think about it? This is the greatest political movement in the history of our country. Probably.
Rest your head.
And
What's
remember
left of
this
it.
for everybody thinking about like sitting down to watching some stuff like a stupid football game or something. Remember this. You win this election. It will go down. And you're a big part of it. You're a part of the people to me as far as I'm concerned. If we win this election, it will go down as the greatest political event in the history of our country. If my opponent knew how to fix the economy, it would already be fixed, right? Why didn't she do it? You ever see where she gets up and she's going to do the, today she had to do things. When I get to office, I've got 3, 4 months ago. Do it now. What's wrong with it? She says, when I get to office, she gives the worst news conferences I've ever seen. And they're the shortest, too. They last for about like 2 questions. No, but she never does anything. If Kamala wins, you're 3 days away from the start of a 1929 style economic depression. You are. I mean, and if I win, you're 3 days away from the best jobs, the biggest paychecks, the brightest that the world has ever seen. Kamala's inflation nightmare has cost a typical American family $30,000. And you know what they did? They screwed up my energy policies. And they spent money at levels that nobody's ever seen before, I would say. And now she wants to impose the largest tax hike in American history and raise your taxes by more than $3,000 a year. Congratulations. You know, I've watched politics all my life and stuff, and been involved now in it for longer than I would have even thought, because I never thought I was going to run for office. I never thought I was going to. And then one day I looked at how stupid everything was, because we are now, you know, we're really not like conservative, liberal. They like to call themselves progressive, so I call them liberal specifically for that reason. But you know, it's not like progressive or conservative. We are the party of common sense.
10,000. Holy shit.
I built over 500 miles of wall. Walls work. 2 things work. What are they? Walls and wheels. Everything else is obsolete in about 15 minutes. They come up, sir, I have a new computer. So I say, that's beautiful. You get it. And about 3 weeks later, it's obsolete. Speaking of computers, people, Elon Musk,
Bed without dinner,
he's
asshole.
right now campaigning. He put that big 22-story
Into the fire you go.
I saw it take off. It was a beautiful white. I saw it go burn into a person. Well, that's what you get when you travel at 10,000 miles an hour. It sort of burns the hell out of you. But he's a friend of mine, but he gave us the greatest endorsement. He said, our country, if Trump doesn't win, our country's not going to make it. We also got a great endorsement of them from the Border Patrol gave us. They said he's the greatest president that we've ever had. I said, does that include George Washington and Abraham Lincoln? Yes, sir. It does. I said, that's okay, I'll take it. Yeah. One guy got up and said, sir, you're the greatest president in my lifetime. He's about 40 years old. I said, it's not that. I don't know what would be, it's better. But no, the Border Patrol one gave us, just get me, we're all the same mindset. I view it as us actually more than the people. But they gave us the best endorsement you've ever seen. She is incapable of doing anything. You know, for 4 years she's been in charge of the border, almost, we're getting very close. I said, how many times in front of a whole big room just like this, I said, how many times did she call you, right? 10 Border Patrol people, the top guys. All of them wanted, we got a unanimous endorsement from thousands of Border Patrol, and they're great people. They're great. They want to do their job. I said, how many times did she call you over the 4 years? She never called.
Hold on a second. What happened to their microphone? Might have to use the backup feed. You lost
Okay,
their.
this was not a
Oh, there we
trip.
go.
I don't consider that a trip. This was a trip that a lot of the young guys over there with those beautiful girlfriends would like to take their girlfriend there for dinner. But you wouldn't want to go about 15 miles left of that. But she never called them once, and she never visited the border once, and she was in charge because Joe Biden appointed her. Now, she said, I'm not the border czar, but she just started saying that because the numbers are so bad. But she was in charge of the border. She never called Border Patrol one time, think of that. Not one time. Never called them one time, never visited one
Put your
time.
head out here and you're
To me, it's the
finished.
single greatest threat to our nation.
need
Far
to drop
greater
out.
than
Exfil
those
Hill is
horrible
ready to
numbers
go.
I just read out. Far greater than inflation or the economy, because you're killing the fabric of our country. You're loading our country up with criminals and people from mental institutions, and no country can take. So I want to thank the Border Patrol. I want to thank ICE. I want to thank all, but Elon, see, I weave, you know, it's a weave. So, and it always comes back. They used to say he's rambling. Now they say he's a genius. The weave.
What's going on with their microphone? It's the second time the mic.
Kilo to my position. We'll withdraw and reassess.
They fixed it last time. Let's just hold on. If not, I'll use the backup stream. But I don't know why they're having audio. Let me use the backup stream. Might
Got a
have to
whole
use it.
bunch of trash.
Hang on. I don't know why. It's very strange. Very strange. Give me a moment. We might have to go to the backup. That's really weird.